So welcome back to another video on trying to get funded. And this week was a profitable week. We managed to get above 2 point almost almost 2 point something percent up in profit. Last week I was in drawdown, and this week I managed to come out of drawdown and up 1.2 point something percent, 2 point almost 3% in profit in the account now. So on this video, I'll be running you down all the trades I took this week and the reason why I took this trade. And I think I took several trades this week, but not too much. I took several trades because since I'm still on the phase one on the account, I'm trying to pass the account as soon as possible. So though I'm managing my risk very well, I know my limit areas. I know how to manage risk actually very well. So I'll be showing you the trades I take this week, and I'll explain to you, tell you how much I was risking on each of those trade, and the profitable ones, the ones I over traded. Like on Wednesday, I took I think like four trades. Yeah, no, like four trades. So I'll just show you everything and the P&L, and let's go over to I'll take you to my Telegram. From my Telegram, I'll explain to you on my trading view. So let's get straight to the chat.
So okay guys, here on the Telegram. So we this week actually bridged with the new month week, which is so on Tuesday was when I started. I took my first trade. So on Tuesday, this is the first trade I took, and I said EU buy limit. I said, so this is the buy limit I I I set on EU. Then the market came back and stopped me out here. So I was actually in profit a little bit. Then the market came back and stopped me. I was almost at my TP level, but I was anticipating price to take out previous days high. But for some reason, I have a bearish um expectation the for this week. But why I was buying was what I can't really tell. Due to I was thinking, since this level here, the Asian high and this previous day's high, London high, they are relatively equal. I was hoping the market was going to run for all the liquidity above there, then probably start the sell. But we took out London high, the first liquidity, as soon as 8:30 opened. They opened at 8:30. They went straight for London high, run out the liquidity above London high, and shifted to the downside. But after which, I measured this price range from here to this high. The 50% of it, that was where my entry was. That was the reason why I went into this trade, because I saw this inefficiency here, and this candle here was going to be induced, these two level here. So I wasn't expecting price to go below this candle. Why? Because if 3 PDR gets violated, your ass is next, which is, I wasn't expecting price to go below this swing low here. So as it went up and it came back down, it took me out here. So that was a loss. But our mistake I made was I didn't book any profit after this pushed it upside. It would have compensated for this loss here, but it's fine. And so April, on Wednesday, April 30th, which is the last day of the month of April, I took another trade. So yeah, on the 30 minute time frame. So after price, this was that trade I took on Tuesday. So after price broke below this structure, so this served as a change in the state of delivery from here, or a breaker. Another time frame is a change in the state, but here is a breaker. So I was still grieving this loss. I was still feeling pained of this loss. That was why I took this trade impulsively. Why? The market just opened on Wednesday. Instead of me to wait, instead of me to wait for them to do what they had to do, the liquidity, I was so anxious because I was, my expectations, my hopes are really up. I was expecting market to clear out, to start running lower because they have already throw their leg into the opening price of the week and reject this fair value gap and this other block here, this breaker block here. So I was quite confident that I don't think price was going to come here, and I wasn't expecting price to come back to this other block here, and this other block is above Asian high, beautiful PDRA level, beautiful liquidity level, and I ignored it completely. Why? I took this trade decision from I was looking at my phone and I took this trade. So yeah, I took that trade. Um I didn't post the after of this trade. I said okay, yeah, what I said. I said another SL hit. So if I go to my trading view, I'll show you where it happened. Okay, here. So here's that fair value gap. Here's that fair value gap I wanted to sell from. This is a 1 hour time frame. So the market went straight for Asian high here, took out the liquidity there, then dropped. I felt really bad. I felt really bad that I had to drop down to the 5 minutes, start hunting for another setup to compensate for that loss. And here's the loss. Here's the trade. So I took how many trades that way there. I'm gonna go to the 30 minute time frame and see if I okay, yeah, on the 30 minute time frame, all my executions are still there. So this is the first loss here. This is the first loss, and after I took this loss, if you see how price went straight to my stop loss, straight stopped me out and went straight to the downside. So after I took that loss, feeling that kind of feeling pained, I had to take another. I had to take this trade immediately. I saw on 5 minute time frame. Yeah, the 5 minute time frame. That was where I saw the shift in market structure, and I was quite sure that the market was going to go down there. Let me go to 30th. Go. Okay. So on the 5 minute time frame, then I saw this break of structure. After the market broke this structure, after I saw this structure being broken, I saw this fair value gap, and I was like, okay, at least let me cover up for that earlier loss. And here was it. I just took this trade. I think it's a 1.1.3. That's where I made the. So here was a $50 loss, and I made 60 something to cover up for that loss during London session. So that was it. Then the next trade was still the same day. So after that, after covering that loss, I went down to okay. Here's it. Here's the trade here on the Telegram. After I covered up that loss, the first one was the first loss was 57, and the second one was $62. So the next trade was on New York session. So that one was profitable. Yes. So yeah, it was profitable. Although I had a runner. I think I had a runner. So it was profitable. And the next one is this one TP audit. The next one is there's the delivery on DXY. So I saw this setup on Nasdaq. I wanted to take the trade. Do you know that I took this trade here on this change in the state? I took this trade due to I saw this fair value gap. I'm seeing this fair value gap here. I was thinking the market was going to come back and trigger to trade into this fair value gap, then continue going up. never knowing that it has already touched that. Um, it's not going to come back. I think it's not going to come back to this fair value gap. So price started going up, and I never got filled on that fair value gap. I took a trade here, then I later closed it in profit, just a little profit. Maybe it moved a little. I thought it's going to come back to this fair value gap. I think it's just better I wait for a better entry. That was how I lost this move. That is how I lost this move, and yeah, that is how I lost this move. Where is it? Because it later played out. I think okay, here is it. This is how I lost the move. I missed this move, and I felt so bad. But no wala. It would have been a big win for me, but I was still observing EU. So after this win here on this New York session, after the win, later in the day, after 10 o'clock, I saw this displacement due to my confluence on the higher time frame. I was quite sure the market was going to keep going down, at least to this drawn liquidity here, this blue line here. So I sell short again. Sell. If you see this signal here, I said sell. Yeah, this okay on that Nasdaq buy limit. I said Nas 100 is not looking like it's going to fill my order, cancel limit order. So this one, let's see if we can take out that sell side liquidity previous week low. So I got in again, and this one was profitable. So later hit TP, so I take profit hit, but it took some more time for it to get to that trade. I had to wait. Okay, it was the next day when I woke up in the morning. I was like, I don't need to take profit or more. So it was a profitable trade. So not bad. Then the next day I saw this sales. I was quite bearish for the week. I continued selling short. Pre New York open, I went short before. Okay, maybe 8:30 open, I just went short immediately after seeing this inefficiency here and this break of structure. I just went straight in, and I think around 10, I just saw this boom, this displacement. I was like, woo! And I took partials immediately. We took out. Immediately we took out London low. I took partials. Then later in the day, this trade is. I think this trade is May 1st. This is May 1st. Yeah, May 1st. Yeah, May 1st. This trade happened May 1st. Then this one happened 2nd. This one is May 1st as well. Then I saw this Nasdaq trade on that same day. It was very fast. It just went straight. I saw the confirmation on the 1 minute time frame. I went by, and I was in good profit. At least I could up my account a little bit. Then use the execution. So today, NFP Friday, which is today, this night I'm recording this video. NFP, I see reason to still be sell short, to still be a short seller. Draw liquidity 1.12643, previous week's low. So due to I was at my work, at my job, I was looking at this from my phone. If you can look, I was looking at it from my phone. There was not much enough data, and I was not in a position to be trading. So I took a trade today, and later the market still went down. I was still correct on my sales, but it went up so much up to this level here, then dropped, which my stop loss was around the opening price of this week. This line here, my stop loss was around there, so that was, it came to this side and stopped me. But when it got to the opening price of this candle, it went down, but it didn't come for this low. So I believe they will continue with this they'll continue going for this 1.12643. So that's their drawn liquidity for next week. So, but the only thing I did was I took partials there. Then later the market came back and stopped me, and that was it. I closed the second position I entered in a loss. So in total, this week was actually profitable. The trades I took earlier this week was profitable.
So that's it for this week, guys. And we'll close the week. I closed the week with a profit of $120 despite the ups and downs, the losses, the over trading. I over traded this week. I wouldn't lie to you, but I was kind of in the my daily drawdown parameter. So I try not to lose more than what I'm supposed to lose in a day, and I try not to over leverage my account. So I know my risk level, I know my risk appetite, I understand those things very much well. So, but the problem is the over trading might make me struggle with running the account up. Maybe if I make a profit, like on Wednesday, here's the profit I made on Wednesday. If I stop, I made almost 6% in one day. So, but if you see, I had to go into some, but I managed to close the week with a decent profit. So, but that's all for this week. So I just want to drop this video. It's not something too shiny. I know many of you guys are used to shiny kind of fancy content creator. I'm not really a content creating guy. I just want to do this. I'm just doing this video so that I can always look back and see some of my struggles. So that's the main reason why I'm documenting it using my Telegram. I'm not scripting anything. I don't have anything scripted. I just want to make these videos weekly and put it out there. So if you like what I'm doing, anyway, you just like it, even though it's boring the way it is, but please like, subscribe, and turn the post notification bell. It really means a lot to me. And thank you. I'll see you on the next video. Maybe I'll make a video on next week expectation, but catch you next week. Bye, guys.